At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go, Mike. Pittsburgh. 50. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't hang.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he gets it to Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Set, hut, go to base. It's our field. It's free.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Lutz for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade sixes for threes, things are going to work out in your favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
No. Check 31. Run, right. Inside.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong.
Blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, black. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Cat 300. Watch the twist.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We go. Trick. You got trick. You got 3. Who got 17? Strong right. 26. Showing it. Yeah, live.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a third and 11. Rodgers to throw on third down. And Adams has it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a carry here for their fullback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
I see you, boy. I see you.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
56. Hey, dude.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Hey. Cut. 36. 26. Check 26.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. The open man is Smith. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. It's free.
They'll get it out quickly to Kirkwood. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One set. Mike spoke both. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 70 ending. Mike 91. Silver.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
47 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you'd think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
319. 56. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, Well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
You don't want it. Check that.
Again, Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Here's Pirine. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
158. 47. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check 43. Shit. Kill. Over here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Well, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now P-Ryan. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got to step it up.
Throwing now is Jackson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with Kamara. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Boom, boom. Banjo. 56 to Mike.
Now Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Don't pull this way.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Come get some. He don't want it. Up.
Jackson to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He's out of bounds, right at the line of scrimmage.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hayward. Check. Boy, let's go. Check that. He won.
Now Jackson. It's Hill, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Saints, first down. First and 10.
Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Lucky.
Jackson to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go. Check 91. 91 is the mark. Go. 91. Hey, watch the slant. Hurry.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready. With the flag. Hustle. Go.
One last shot for Jackson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.